baddies, my name is Jacksepticeye and welcome back to Would You Rather, the game that poses incredibly serious questions to you like cheese on crackers or cheese on toast. The big life questions that we're all asked. And also, sorry that the font is a bit weird because something happened to my browser recently that the font all changed. And it happened before where the font gets all like squashed together. This is incredibly zoomed in on my browser now. But the font gets like squashed together and some of the letters look a little weird on some sites, so I have to zoom in. And it happened before, and I did something to fix it. Something got to do with like the render engine of Chrome or something, the way it renders text. And I fixed it, but I looked it up again and for some reason I can't figure out the fix again, so I might have to just uninstall and reinstall my browser. But anyway, so I'm sorry if things look a little funny. It was in the last Google Feud video as well. People were talking about how it looked a little weird, but we'll progress nonetheless. So the first question we have is, would you rather be a rock star or be a movie star? Some would say that movie stars are rock stars, or you could be both. There are some people who bridge that gap. Can't think of any off the top of my head right now, but there are some, I know. So I'm assuming you mean a rock star as in like a rock and roll music star and being like up on stage all the time, or be a movie star. So I wanted to be both at one point in my life. I wanted to be an actor and I wanted to be a heavy metal drummer that would go out and tour all the time. See, this is the thing. If I'm a movie star, it means I'm probably successful already. I mean, if I'm a movie star, it probably means that I've been in a few movies and I have frequent work that's going on. Being a rock star is a lot harder these days because to make any sort of money in music these days, you have to tour. You have to tour constantly, and that leaves very little room for a life outside of that. Being a movie star, you actually just get paid to be in the movie. You don't always get paid for just making music, so I like how I boiled it down to money, but I mean, if I'm gonna do these as a job to live and survive, and I like both. I like the idea of doing both. I do love music and I love drumming and everything. I haven't done it in ages, but I love that. But I also like the art of acting. Which do I want more? Acting. We'll go with this. 68%. Yeah, not that there's anything wrong with being a rock star either. That'd be really cool, getting up on stage and playing drums to lots of people. Not that I'd be up singing or anything like that, but you know what I mean. Would you rather lose your front teeth in a skateboarding accident or break your hands on a bike? Oh, God. Okay, the thought of losing my front teeth in a skateboarding accident, like falling and hitting your teeth on a curb or something. Ooh, that's nasty. See, this is the thing. Your teeth don't grow back when you're an adult. They don't grow back. They don't heal. Broken bones will heal. Well, depending on how bad you break your hands. If you absolutely smash your hands to bits, then it's a bit harder. But if you just, like, break your wrists or something, then they'll come back. It'll be a lot harder for me to do my job into YouTube and all that kind of stuff if you break both your hands. But at least they'll heal. Breaking my teeth would fuck me up. And I'm very sensitive about my teeth. Go away, fly! Jesus, how did you get in here? I'm very sensitive about, like, anything got to do with my teeth. So, no, even, like, smacking a glass bottle off my teeth. Like, drinking beer or something, you accidentally hit your teeth or something. Oh, it's making me freak out already. I don't want that. Would you rather only be able to laugh at blonde jokes or not be able to understand sarcasm? This one. Because most of the modern world's not because of the blonde jokes, but because most of the modern world's language is just sarcasm. How are you doing today? Yeah, you're looking a lot worse than yesterday. And Irish people are just very sarcastic in general. Sarcasm is the Irish language. You have like British English and then you have Irish English, which is just British English with sarcasm. Actually, British people are incredibly sarcastic as well. So this one, because not being able to understand sarcasm makes you look like a fool, and then a lot of people will make fun of you. The big questions going on. Would you rather kill 5 innocent children yourself if it would end all bloodshed in the Middle East for 25 years, or have ongoing wars, terrorism, and fighting in the Middle East? Why? Why do you posit these scenarios to me? Because one would say killing the 5 innocent children would be worth saving the lives of thousands who are suffering due to terrorism and suicide bombings and just religious oppression and all these types of things that are going on in the Middle East. Oh, you're saving it for 25 years. Oh, there's no right answer. There's no right answer for this. Oh, somebody's gonna hate me for whichever one I pick. I'm gonna diddle my mouse around for a while and just Where's my mouse? Okay, it's on the blue. Ah, I'm with the majority. See, you can't be mad at me now. You can't be mad. I'm moving off from that one because the thought of having to kill 5 innocent children myself. It's not even that 5 innocent children die to prevent this war or to prevent any sort of bloodshed in the Middle East for 25 years. It's that you have to kill the children yourself, which is the really harsh fact. But, I mean, if it saves war and terrorism for 25 years, is it worth it? I don't know. I feel bad now. Okay. But those are the types of questions that get asked that make you kind of like the fucking cheese on toast or crackers kind of thing is nothing. That last one was a big one. Would you rather be a superhero and hated by everyone or have no arms and legs but be loved by all? Okay. I very much like my arms and legs. I don't need to be loved by all. If I'm loved by some, then it's fine. I mean, not everyone's gonna love you anyway. No matter who you are, no matter what you do, no matter anything you do in your life, not everyone is going to be, you're not going to be loved by all anyway. Like, I make YouTube videos. I make videos talking over games. And there's so many people out there who just absolutely vehemently hate me for no reason, for the most petty reasons out there. Like, I don't know them. They don't know me. I haven't come to their house and killed their dog or anything like that, but they hate me anyway. So you're not going to be loved by anyone anyway. But if I'm but this is be a superhero and be hated by everyone. I mean, if I'm a superhero, I'm not hated by everyone forever. I could do some cool thing. You saw Hancock. He wasn't loved by everybody, but he came back around. I'm gonna be a superhero, bro. Ha, 69%. Ha, ha. Would you rather sleep on a pillow with a bloodstain or sleep on a really hard and uncomfortable pillow? Bloodstain. I mean, it's a bloodstain. It's not like you're gonna contract cholera from it or anything. It's just a bloodstain. Sometimes I have bloodstains on my pillow anyway from scratching my face in my sleep or having a spot on your head that pops while you sleep. Then you have a little tiny bloodstain. It didn't say my entire pillow was covered in blood. Fucking easy one. Bring on the hard ones. Which wizard would you rather be? Would you rather be Gandalf or Dumbledore? Oh. Okay. This comes down to my love for Lord of the Rings versus Harry Potter, which my love for Lord of the Rings is immediately and immensely greater than my love for Harry Potter. I do love Harry Potter. Harry Potter's awesome. I could watch those movies endlessly. Same with Lord of the Rings, but Lord of the Rings has that perfect aesthetic for me. The whole medieval dragons kind of thing, and the whole like swords and armor. That's why I love Dark Souls so much, because it really like it gets right in there. I love that style of stuff, like The Witcher. So that's definitely my aesthetic. But Dumbledore could do a lot more spells than Gandalf. Well, I've never read the book for Lord of the Rings. That just because I can't keep my attention. Go away, fly! I can't keep my attention to read books. Whenever I'm reading books, I find myself reading like the same paragraphs a billion times and not like soaking it in. I have read books in the past, but these days it's just like not having the time to read them or not having the attention span to read them. And I've heard that Lord of the Rings meanders a lot compared to what the movies are. But Gandalf, from my understanding, because like the magic in that is not like say spells and then it happens. Oh well, actually it is. What am I talking about? Shows my understanding of it just from the movies. You could see Saruman being There's actually a lot of fucking spells spoken. But you know what I mean. Dumbledore did a lot more spells in the actual thing, and the magic in Lord of the Rings is a bit more subtle than it is in Harry Potter. I'm just picking Gandalf. Why am I trying to reason it out? I'm just picking Gandalf. I had that picked immediately after seeing it. Shouldn't have to explain myself to you. Who are you, my dad? No! I'm gonna stay at Steve's house. Would you rather kill 5 people with a knife or shoot 10 people to death? No thanks. Not answering that, because fuck that question. Would you rather burp extremely loudly every 30 seconds or let out a smelly, long-lasting fart? I answered that one before. I'm not doing it again. Would you rather be only able to speak in lol speak or only be able to type in leet speak? This. Or the... What do I pick? Both are shit. What's the definition of lol speak anyway? I think I know what it is. I think people would... fuck. I think people would still understand me a lot more if I try, because I answer a lot of comments and a lot of emails and a lot of, like, just like stuff that you guys post to me. I answer a lot of it. I reblog a lot of fan art. I like tweet at people a lot. So if I was only able to speak in Leet Speak, you'd never understand me. Have you ever seen Leet Speak? You'd never know what I was saying. I mean, after a while you probably would, or you could just put it into a Leet Speak translator and then it'll be fine. But lol speak, please. Ha, bless up, fam. Would you rather watch Lost or watch The Office? Lost. I absolutely love Lost. Lost is one of my favorite TV shows ever. Just because, well, the last couple of seasons of it, after season 4, it kind of went because they started to set up all these answers for questions and then the answers came out and it was just like, that's stupid. That's lame. And then some of the stuff wasn't even answered at all, which some would argue was like the beauty of Lost. But no, there were some questions in Lost that they definitely set up that were going to have an answer and then they just didn't answer at all, or the answer to them was shit. The answer to the end of everything in Lost was just kind of like, what? I mean, it was okay, but it was a lot of stuff that was introduced later in the series that had nothing got to do with like the first 2 or 3 seasons. It brought it back to it, but I don't know. It felt like it kind of fell apart at the end, but I just love Lost. Those first 4 seasons, ooh, they're so good. The Office is really good too, but Lost has a special place in my heart. Would you rather have a high salary in a job you hate or have a low salary in a job you love? Okay, define low. Are we talking low as in unlivable? As in, like, I can't afford rent or food, or I'm scrounging by every single month to try and survive? Or are we talking low as in, like, I can't buy a Lamborghini, or I can't treat myself to a holiday all the time, or I'm living and I'm just content, but I can't afford any luxuries? Because I would, in a heartbeat, pick this. Have a low salary for a job you love? It would be a lot nicer than having a high salary for a job you hate, because you'd hate going to work every day. And you'd just be living for that moment that you had a holiday that you could spend that money. And you'd just be working for your retirement, which I don't believe in. I believe more in having a job you love, but again, it depends on how low this salary is. Because if it's unlivable, then your life is going to be miserable, or you're just going to have so much stress and you're going to have to worry about, like, making rent every month. You're going to have to worry about what you can buy in the shop, and you're going to be penny pinching and counting all, like, the price of all the food you put in your basket and those kind of things. But if you're just getting by, and you're content, and you're just not able to afford, like, a new phone or something like that, then this. Whoa, contentious. A lot of people would have a high salary. See, that's the thing. A lot of people say that they'd rather have a high salary for a job they hate. This is a job you hate. It's not a job that you dislike or you're not enthused by. It's a job you hate, that you literally wake up every morning you don't want to go to. And I don't think... it also depends on how high a salary. If you're making $1 million a month, then I guess you could probably argue that it's worth it or something. I don't know. There's a lot of fucking variables in there. What would you pick? I don't know. There's a lot of people out there who are like, I have a low paying job for a job that I hate already. Oh. Would you rather have 3 nipples or 1 nipple? 3, because then I'd have 1 more that could be oh so twisty fresh. 1 nipple is not enough. 1 nipple. How would I wouldn't be able to do this then. I have 2 hands and 1 nipple? No. I can't get that. Would you rather get shot or stabbed? Oh, it's the big fear that I have. If you don't know, I have like a huge fear of being stabbed. Being shot is just... I think I talked about this actually. Did I answer this one before? I think I did. I'm going to talk about it again. Being shot is just like bang, over. I mean... One could argue that being stabbed, you could survive a lot more than being shot, depending on where you're shot or stabbed. But being shot is like, bang, done, over. Your body doesn't know how to react to it until it's over. Those nerves and that tissue and everything is just blasted through before your brain even catches up with what happened. So I imagine it hurts, but have you ever seen videos of people? Well, I've actually seen videos of people being stabbed as well. Oh, the internet's a shit place. But, like, some people get shot and they're just like, they don't know how to react. It's like, did you get shot? It's like, I think so. Kind of thing. But being stabbed is one of those things that feels like when it happens, it would be an eternity. Being stabbed, having sharp metal be thrust through your flesh, into your face or something. Oh, no. It's one of my biggest fears. To be stabbed. Well, I guess to be mortally wounded in any fashion. But being stabbed would just... I don't know, there's something about it. It's like the whole Joker thing in The Dark Knight, It's like guns are too quick. You can't savor everything. You can't savor all the little emotions. I don't know. The thought of being stabbed just freaks me the fuck out. So, shot, please. It's also a case of like, if one of them is going to kill you, which would you rather? I know that's not the question, but okay. Can we end on a lighter note? I answered this one before. Would you rather always have mud in your shoes or always have a pebble in your shoe? Oh! Mud in your shoes is annoying. We'd say muck over here. A great old big pile of muck inside your shoes, not fucking mud. You have muck! You gotta get that fucking onomatopoeic feel out of it. But muck in your shoes is all squidgy, and I hate that. I hate the thought of, like, I can't go to a beach in, like, my shoes and socks and walk into the water and then come out because I feel all disgusting. I feel all, like, squidgy. Like, that feeling of your shoes making noise and soaking up all the water and just, like, being in the rain in your clothes or taking a shower in your clothes. It makes me feel all weird. Having a pebble in your shoe, I mean, I could probably live with that, but it's always having it. This one would probably hurt more, but this one is more uncomfortable, I think. Depends on how big the pebble is. I'm gonna go with the pebble. I don't want muck in my shoes, because that's not only, it's not only weird and gross, but it's also like dirty. And then people are looking at you and go, that's the dude with muck in his shoes. That's Muck Boy. Do you want to be known as Muck Boy? Or Pebble Shoe? Pebble Shoe sounds cooler, so I'm gonna go with that. I love my logic for these. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this episode here. There were some weird ones in there, and there's always some that I just don't want to answer because it's going to create a shitstorm in the comments, and then everyone's going to think they're right, and everyone's going to start attacking each other or attacking me or saying I'm a horrible person for the decisions I've made. I mean, one could argue that's the beauty of the series, but at the same time, I want to keep things civil and not have people attack each other for fucking hypothetical questions. It's sometimes you have to know when to let go. Sometimes you have to know when hypotheticals, you just need to let them go. It's like the fucking internet these days. It's like, learn to let some things go. There are causes out there worth fighting for, and I'd be behind a lot of those causes. But when you start nitpicking every tiny little thing, and like, that's one of the things about YouTube lately, is everyone nitpicks the tiniest little shit that happens. Any mistake that you make, any decision you make, any words that you say is just heightened to 1,000,000%, and then everyone makes such a big deal out of it. It's like, learn to let some stuff go. They're just videos about games, about hypothetical questions. Not to say that you would be saying this, but Jesus. Some of the comments I've seen on some videos, not just my own, but others as well, it's like, relax, people! The world is not as bad as you make it out to be. It is terrible in some places, but, like, life is too short to be nitpicking every tiny little scenario that's going on. You'll never be happy if that's the way you act about everything. Let's just sit down and have fun every now and then. Let's just switch off our brains and have fun for 15 minutes out of the day. That got a bit too rambly. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, punch the like button in the ass like a boss, and high fives all around. Thank you guys, now we'll see all you dudes. Very wow. Okay, so these levels I've done before. I remember these levels. They were a pain in my rectum at one point. Oh yes! Getting all that airtime, baby! Get out over this. In the ass? Did I say that? Oh, he did. He said punch it in the ass. Fisted straight in that anus. That's gross.